how are we doing today? I'm not doing great. We're teetering towards that latter bit of a heat wave, and honestly I don't know why I'm struggling so much today, because it's generally the coldest it has been in like a week, but I'm struggling. I'm really struggling through it, so I apologize. I have to film this video today. If I'm out of sorts a little bit, I'm so sorry, but we are doing my straight to the playlist for May today, and we actually, like, May was a good music month, so I have a lot to talk about, so let's just dive into things. Of course, we're starting off with the albums that came out this month, and we actually have quite a lot. We started off the month by Louis Tomlinson surprise dropping his album How Did I Get Here, the extended edition. Then we also had Blommaert's debut album Oorsprong coming out this month. We also had Negatives by Camille, and my personal favorite, spoiler alert, for May, Fluorescence by Maisie Peters. I did separate album reviews for all of these, so I'll leave that in the description as well as in the eye above, so you can go check them out if you want to know my full thoughts on any song on those albums. And yeah, let's just delve into the actual singles that came out this month. Of course, like always, timestamps are in the description, so you can go check those out if you want to skip around. We're starting off with Tranen van Goud by Blommaert and Livay. As I said in the intro, Aaron did release his album this month, but technically this came out before the album, which means I have to include it in here. It's weird rules I put in like that for myself, but oh well. I'm not the greatest fan of this song. I don't dislike it. I definitely think it is a vibe, but it just feels a little bit generic, and like so many other songs on the radio right now, and I just feel like I expected a little bit more originality or something, but it is definitely still straight to the playlist, as I did technically like it. Then we have Schaduw by K3 Donnie, and this honestly might be my biggest surprise of the month, because even though I expected this to be a banger, because you know it's the Voetballen anthem for Radio Netherlands, so Voet is meant to be a bop, so I was expecting at least to have like a good time listening to this. But I am obsessed with this song. It's been stuck in my head like ever since I first heard it. It's been like on repeat, and I just, before getting ready for filming this video, I was playing this on loop, because I don't know what it is with this song. There's just something in it that just hits. I just really like it. It's a very different vibe for K3. I mean, I quite like it. I don't think like this would be the avenue going forward. I was unfamiliar with Donnie's game, but I really loved his verse in this, and the amount of Studio 100 references in it as well. Chef's kiss. This, I don't know, just the definition of a banger, I would say. We have Dignity by Ali, Brooke and DJ Buddha. This is Ali's kind of like a little bit of a comeback single. It's been a while since she last released. I have to say that her music has always been very miss for me. I was going to say hit or miss, but it's been more of a miss. I feel like a lot of it sounds very generic and a little bit lifeless, and I do have to say that that again was the case for this song. It's a no for me, and if it stays on this trajectory, I think I'm gonna drop Ali as an artist I'm following. Then we have End of an Era, Live from Mexico by Lipa. And this is also an album that was released. This Life in Mexico album from Dua Lipa. This was released as a single from them before the album, and so it's included in here. I don't do review for live albums, but I always think they're a vibe. I don't know, I enjoy listening to them, and I really like what I heard from this version. I think it's going to be a great live album. I haven't checked it out just yet. I still have to watch the movie as well. That's a shame. Like, it's free on YouTube. Why am I wasting my time? But anyway, then next we have The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo. This is a total vibe shift from Drop Dead, and it makes me even more excited about You Seem Pretty Sad for Girls Who Will Love, which comes out next month. I already can't wait. But because these two songs are like so different, it made me even more curious to see what the whole album is going to sound like. I was already very excited of it based on Drop Dead, but just The Cure I thought was a beautiful song, very raw, very honest, absolutely heart-wrenching, and I also just love the message of it, how love isn't the cure when you have issues yourself. I don't know, I really like the song and what it has to say as well, so love it. Of course, straight to the playlist, that's what I say. Then ZAYN released the deluxe version of his album Konnakol, and it only had 3 new tracks, so I didn't do a separate video for it, so I'm just gonna include them in here. The first one being Bad For You. This is a pretty good song. I don't really have that much to say about it, but I like listening to it, so it is straight to the playlist. Then we have Daydreaming. I just really love the vibe of this one, and I was just really connected to it. Also, insane vocals. We're used to it from ZAYN, but like it's not, he doesn't showcase his vocals on like every track, but on this one Chef's Kiss, again, straight to the playlist. And then lastly for this deluxe we have Raise the Dead. And this is another song that I do like, but I don't have much to say about, so I'll just say it's another straight to the playlist and we can continue on. Then we have another song called End of an Era, with this time by Niall Horan. Niall has released this before his album, also coming out next month. Actually, by the time you're seeing it, it's coming out next week. But Niall said that he wanted to give this song its own proper moment, which makes sense. And it's a very, very beautiful, emotional song. And I cried while listening to it, obviously. If you didn't, what's wrong with you? So yeah, it's a beautiful song, and I'm really glad that Niall gave it like its own moment in the spotlight, if that makes sense. So it's definitely straight to the playlist. Then Ariana Grande will release the 10th anniversary edition to Dangerous Woman, which again had 3 new songs on it. And I'm only going to talk about 2 of them because I'm very familiar with Jason's song. I love that song. I think it's great. But then the other 2 songs I personally wasn't familiar with, or so I thought. So I included them in here. I'm going to talk about them, starting off with Step On Up. While listening to this, I immediately realized that yes, I do know the song. I don't know for sure if I've listened to it fully though, like especially the chorus seemed very familiar to me. The verses a little bit less. I don't know where that's coming from, or if my brain is just faulty, but I do really like this song. I will say that this was a straight to the playlist for me, and it feels like a leftover song from when Focus was gonna be the main, you know, direction of the album. I feel like this is a leftover from that, and it's just a very bombastic song, like very big, very loud, and immense to listen to. I really like it. And then one I definitely wasn't familiar with, and shame on me, I know, it's New Better Part 2. Love this. I love when Ariana does like a longer version of one of her like shorter songs. Or New Better was together with Forever Boy, so it's kind of like a mix between these 2 concepts, and I love when she does that. She did that with the intro song for Eternal Sunshine for the deluxe. I love the new verses on that, and the same counts for this. I think the new verses on this are great. For some reason, when Ariana like writes an extended version of like a song, she doesn't hold back the new verses, and that's also the case for this one. And I really like it. I do have to say that I'm not the biggest fan of the new production on this. I feel like it sounds a little bit messy at times, but I can definitely see why fans have been begging for this to like properly be put on streaming, because it is a good song, so it's definitely also going straight to the playlist. Then next we have Madiwodo by Kurt and James. I quite like this song. I think it's a lot of fun. I have to say I prefer last year's, but this one is a very fun party summery song, and it's definitely a straight to the playlist for me. Then we have Vloed by Mathias Mesmans. I have to say this song is not my favorite ever, but it's a banger. It's fun to listen to, and it does make me very curious to kind of see the direction he's gonna take it after this, because it does kind of feel a little bit safe as a debut single, but like that also makes sense. It's like still a good song, so it is going straight to the playlist. Then back to Ariana Grande with Hate That I Made You Love Me, the first single of Paddle, which is coming in July, and I'm also so excited for it. Loved it immediately, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it online, and it seems that I'm in the unpopular opinion, but I don't care. I love this. I thought it was such a great song. It's a very different vibe from Eternal Sunshine, but in a way that still kind of feels like a progression from that sonically, so I really like it. Ariana also, when first announcing the album, she was like a video where she was like talking about like kind of like the idea behind the album and stuff, and she said that she was not holding back, and I can already tell from the lyrics on this one, like damn, really love it. And especially the bridge. Excuse me, Miss Ariana. If you're gonna write like that the entire album, I'm even more excited. And also something about the production of the song just scratched my brain right. Definitely straight to the playlist. What do you think? Then we have Passenger Princess by Perrie. A demo version for the song was originally on the fan edition of her debut album, which was released for Records Today, which is how I got it, and I listened to it, and I love kind of the bonus songs that are on there, by the way. I need to so badly. I love that song so much. I need that on streaming, so please set this at a precedent. But because Passenger Princess on the fan edition was the demo, this is a little bit different, but it's just a really fun, like silly goofy track, and it has a bit more of like a walk vibe. I think it suits Perrie's voice really well, so I also like how that was done for this track. And yeah, straight to the playlist. But Perrie, please, if for some reason you're listening, release do too. I want it so badly. And next we have Back From Me, the JADE remix by Lily Allen and JADE, obviously. I have to say, this is not my personal thing. I don't know the original song, so I don't know how much was changed. It's just JADE had a new verse, or there's like generally some production change or anything. But I don't know, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's not a bad song. But it is a no for me personally. En dan lastly we hebben Wij Willen Voetballen, WK-Editie bij Samson en Perrie. When this first got announced, I was very confused because we already have a version of Wij Willen Voetballen by Samson and Perrie. It was originally released with Samson and Gert. Now it's Samson with Samson and Perrie. It was re-released on our second album, so it's been a while. So I was very confused as to why we got it again. But then we were like, oh, it's for the World Cup, and I was like, oh, so we're gonna do like something fun with the production, make it a bit more of like hype song, a party song, maybe. No, all they did was change character names because when the second album, Samson and Perrie, was released, there were no new set of characters yet. Now there are. And that's the only reason this was re-released. That all being said, this is still a straight to the playlist because Wij Willen Voetballen stays a bop. You know? Like, I don't care if you're just gonna change character names, it's still a bop. So I'm still gonna listen to it. I'm just kind of pissed off that this was all like marketed as like a World Cup edition and then like nothing changed besides character names, and it just kind of feels like a cheap cop out. I hope you still have fun watching. Like I said, June is looking like a great month because we have Niall and Olivia releasing an album next month. K3 is releasing their summer single. So I'm also very excited about that. And I don't know what else is on the docket for June, but I already can't wait. That's everything I for today. Let me know in the comments if you thought of any of these songs, if you listen to them, as well as some of your favorite songs that come out this month, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Good. Bye.